Hey folks, Lester here, and thank you for joining me on a video where I'm taking Pig Trudy to a walk to the river. Hey sweetie, you coming with daddy to the river? Hi sweetie, hi sweet Trudy. Guys, don't forget that Pig Trudy is, in fact, a wild pig. She's a wild pig, and she loves to come down and take nature walks. It's very common to find Pig Trudy and Pig Newton along the river. Tiny Tim and Peggy Pig do not make this walk. Now, I'm telling you right now that I'm only doing this because you've asked me to. I, on my own, would not want to be walking down through here. It's very overgrown. This road is completely washed out. You gonna come with Daddy, sweetie? Come on, let's go show them how we do it. This road has this crevice right down the middle of it. That's not as bad in some spots, but it gets a whole lot worse in others. It's almost impossible to drive down it with the side-by-side. I can do it, but I slip and slide. And also, when we get further down, you'll see that I sometimes will end up running off the edge of the road, which puts my tires into a really deep rut. So I did decide to walk today. I saw Trudy, and I said, you know what? I'll just walk down with Trudy. We'll go together. Pig Trudy and her daddy going down to the river. Okay? Now, I'm not for certain, but I think that Pig Newton might already be down here. Let's not forget where Pig Trudy came from. She is, in fact, a feral hog who was rescued from the side of the road where her mother had been accidentally run over by somebody, leaving behind a whole lot of babies. Trudy would, look, this is where it gets really, really bad here. Trudy was one of those who was not run over, and she was picked up and brought to us. You coming, sweetie? You don't have to, sweet baby. You don't have to. I did not bring any snacks for her, okay? She's walking because she just wants to show y'all that she loves her dad and does not want to see daddy off down by the river by himself where he could get hurt. She wants to protect her daddy. Thank you, Trudy. But this is where it becomes impossible to drive. The crevice is so wide that my tires cannot be on each side of it. You can't. And then over here, you have another crevice over on this side, a ravine, where there's not a place for my tires to go, and my side-by-side ends up running like this, and it bottoms out, if you know what I mean. The bottom of the side-by-side will end up dragging. And then walking down is okay if I'm careful, but with this loose gravel, it can start sliding, and then I'm in all kinds of trouble. End up breaking a hip. And you don't want Lester to break a hip, do you? The river's beautiful, and I love coming down here. You guys know why I'm doing this. If you don't, put it in the comment. Why is Lester doing this? Why am I waving at nobody? Well, no one you can see. Why am I doing that? So, I know what you're going to say. Lester, your goats could walk down there easy enough. They're not going to have a hard time walking down here. No, they're not. Goats with their hooves, and they're very sure-footed, and they would be fine. But I have to come with them, and I'm the one who has a hard time, guys. I'm having a struggle doing this. And so I'm not trying to make you feel sorry for me, but I'm just telling you that this is a walk that's hard on me, and it's also dangerous. If I could drive my side-by-side, it wouldn't be as bad, but I'm not able to. So I'll walk, and I do this for you alls, okay? It used to be where I could drive down with my mower, my tractor mower, and mow everything out pretty. If you remember a couple of years back, whenever Sean, that's Keeping It Dutch, came, he and I sat right there in that deer stand, and we shot 3 coyotes that had been harassing our animals, even taking the life of our Mr. Huck. And so during that time, I was keeping it cleaned up. But I think it was last May, a year ago, which has been almost a year and a half ago, actually, when we had this horrible flood. The water got so deep. Look at this. So you drive over the top of that and the entire ground's going to cave in with you. I don't know how far it extends. I don't know. That's not a den. Nothing lives there. I don't think. I think it's just a void in the ground. And but that flood we had back during that particular May was so bad that it come all the way up, washed all of my. We had that little cabin house over here. It washed that away. The water come all the way up to here. It was way up here. And so that's also when we had all that rain that washed everything out. A couple of things that you may not know. Jezebel, our longhorn Jezebel, had her calf off in these woods over here. During the drought from a couple of years ago, before we had the JL Ranch, our longhorn lived here. And we had run, all of our grass was dead and gone. It was just nothing but moon dust up along the pastures. So we had to let our longhorn here into the back to at least find a way to survive off of the things they could forage on. And they did very well at that. But during that time, Jezebel had her calf. We named that calf Trinity, named after the Trinity River right here. Trinity River. I'm coming, sweetie. Daddy's moving slow, but I'm coming with you. And please do not fall, okay? I don't want you to fall in that river. Even though pigs can swim amazingly, guys. They are great swimmers. Great swimmers. Oh, Trudy found a bone. Guys, Trudy has found herself a bone. Oh, Trudy, please be careful, sweetie. Please be careful with that bone. Now, as you can see, getting down further, this is where the ground gets really rough and treacherous. And you certainly couldn't drive through here. There was a time when I could, but those days are long past. There have been a couple of people who've asked why we don't try to rent or pay someone with the right kind of equipment to come in and clean all this up and create better roads and trails to be able to access the river, either, with a canoe or a kayak or any of those kinds of things. But my response to that is because it's going to be a lost cause, because once we have the next big flood, all that's going to happen is we're going to end up having more water come across through here and wash it out again. Because we did, in fact, when we first bought the property, we did do that. We did spend a chunk of money to have tractors down here and get us a nice road that went right down to the water's edge. But it only took a couple of floods and it was all gone. All washed out to where you see it now. We've tried to bring rock in ourselves. I've tried to use my own tractor to patch things up, and it's just not going to happen. You can also see all of the trees that have fallen off from the washout. And so the Longhorn Lester property is absolutely just gorgeous with all the trees and all the things that we love about it. But we've never been able to get the right grass to grow here, not a grass that's tolerant to our harsh weather. And we will never be able to access this river the way that you would like to. Now, someone who might want to come down and just put some kind of a stairs or some steps in that you could solidify into the ground that would not wash away would be something you could do. But you still have to find a way to traverse 300 foot down that hill that I just came down. And you're not going to have stairs going down 450 foot from the top of the hill to the river. I don't think that anyone's going to ever do that. But this place has a lot of history. lots of lure and all the things. There's lots of Native American history, lots of Civil War history. All right here in this particular spot too, which is beautiful. But as far as what we need out of our property, it does not do much for us. And over time, it's going to continue to erode further and further back. And there's nothing that we can do to stop that. A lot of people will suggest that you contact the Army Corps of Engineers and all these kinds of things. But guys, that's just not within our budget. It's not something feasible for us. As a matter of fact, the property itself is too small to accommodate the number of animals that we have. Don't forget, we've combined all of the animals at I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, all of the animals of Longhorn Lester's, and the animals From Suits to Boots. And we've decided to consolidate all of those babies into one property, and that's the JL Ranch. It is the most accommodating. You have your opinions on what you think is the most beautiful property. Some prefer the shade. There's others who prefer the pastures. But what we do with the horses and with the cows, we absolutely agree that, Jamie and I absolutely agree that the JL Ranch is the best solution. It also gives us plenty of space to eventually have places for goats, places for pigs, which will be the hardest animal to accommodate, the alpaca, and all of the donkeys, and of course our dogs. Are you ready, sweetie? She's like, Dad, I'm ready to go. All right, love, I'm ready to go too. Let's go find you a snack, okay? Let's go find you a snack, sweetie. Please be careful over there, love. You don't have nothing to prove to me. You have nothing to prove to me. You're a good girl, and I know it. You're a wonderful, sweet girl who loves taking walks to the river. Don't do it, Trudy. Oh, Lord. If she goes down there, guys, she's really asking for it. Ain't no way I can be able to rescue her. I'll have to call in the fire department, sweetie. We'll have to call the fire department to come help us get Trudy up out of that hole. So, yeah, I will also say that when we first came to see the property, this has been, almost 5 years ago, this was a big part of why I loved it, to know that you not only have one beautiful cleared side, but you have this riverfront. Never realizing how much erosion can happen over such a short period of time. We have found Native American artifacts in this dig area over here. We found Civil War artifacts up on the hill. Oh. And we've been joined by somebody else. Hi, sweetie. Everyone likes a walk to the river, guys. Everyone likes to walk to the river. Even the kitty cats like to walk to the river. Hi. Just me and Trudy come down to visit. You're visiting too? You looking for snakes and rats? Okay. Trudy, we ready to go back up, baby? Can we go back up? I want to thank you for hanging out with us as we traverse our way down to the river. Our land extends about 1/4 mile that way. You guys who've been around for a while know, back when we had the Argo, we would come down and take long drives. Come on, kitty. Now's the hard part, Trudy. I'll race you up, sweetie. I'll race you up, sweetie. I think Trudy's struggling as much as I am. Oh, God bless her. Come on, love. We can do it, sweetie. She's like, I'm just going to lay down and take me a little snooze over here, Daddy. Well, I hope that, if nothing else, just cleared up a few things to you. For those who keep insisting we would take a walk down to the river. Well, we did. And as you can see, it's not the same place it used to be. can see more erosion on the hill over here. You making it? So, well, thank y'all for coming down with us. We love you. Blessed to have you. And I would love to read your comments and your thoughts on everything. However, I do feel like this is not really a happy story. No one wants to see the land in a state of decline because there's nothing like it used to be, huh? And I just had to realize one day that it's a lost cause. And sometimes you have to do that, friends. At some point in your life, you have to realize that, be it an old car you keep working on, putting money into, an old house you keep putting money into, a relationship you keep putting time and energy into. Do you not sometimes have to realize that it's just a lost cause? I would love to read your comments on that. How many of you have invested time and money and energy in something just to realize that it's a lost cause? And then, in a separate comment, how many just love them some Pig Trudy? Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for going with me. I love you. Daddy loves his special girl. I do love her. And she's so wonderful. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.